Timelang Absheni, Ralocha, Sanbonani, Mulweni. My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. Now, this particular institution, right, which has long been at the center of South Africa's transformation, is actually once again under scrutiny, and this time around it's actually due to an incident that unfolded during a public lecture by the leader of the economic freedom fighters, Julius Malema. Let's have a look. Of this controversy, right, is the song Kill the Boer, which Malema sang in the past, which reportedly resurfaced during his address to the students last Friday. And the university, responding to the complaints about racism and incitement to violence, has launched an investigation into the matter. But the question I find myself asking, right, is as a black South African, right, who has witnessed the complexities of race and power in this country, is what does this all really mean for South Africa today? Let's have a look at this video.
Act themselves as victims, whereas they are the ones who are attacking us. Comrades, it is here at this university where those who are in the management collaborated with the racist and right-wing formations such as AfriForum to reverse your democratic victory in SRC election last year. Yet they portray the EFF as an undemocratic organization, but themselves will never accept a democratic will of the students. They framed you and wanted to create an impression that you are racist when they were racist themselves. They felt so inferior that when they could not defeat you democratically, they resorted to smear campaign to undermine the democratic will of the students. Fellow fighters, after all of this attempt to deny you the rightful victory you attained last year, you were not discouraged, and you worked harder for students, and you once again emerged victorious, and no one could deny you your victory.
Now, the leader of the FF Plus, Peter Groenewald, has already made his position known. He is calling for disciplinary action, not just against Malema or those who sang the song, but also against the EFF Student Command itself. He has suggested that the organization be banned from the University of Pretoria. And according to Groenewald, allowing such behavior is a threat to social cohesion, and the ripples from this incident, he claims, could actually extend far beyond the university walls. But here's the thing, right? As a black South African, my perspective is one shaped by the legacies of our history, which is legacies that are still very much alive in our current struggles, right? And to me, it's important to consider the context of what's happening here, right? And the frustration that actually fuel these kinds of actions, right? Because I do believe that they aren't necessarily born in a vacuum. This song, right, while deeply controversial, has become a symbol of resistance for many who feel that South Africa's promised freedom has actually failed to materialize for the majority of black South Africans. And for some, especially within the ranks of the EFF, this chant is not an incitement to violence, but rather a radical call for justice, right, which is an expression of years of anger and frustration over the persistent inequalities in our society. And I've seen it firsthand, right? The disparities in wealth, land, and access to opportunities are glaring. And for too many, the end of apartheid did not mark the end of oppression, but rather a shift in how that oppression is actually maintained. Now let's talk about the University of Pretoria, right? The institution has rightfully stated that it will investigate the incident and that it is right to take action against any form of incitement to violence or discrimination. There is no place for hate in any learning environment. I agree with the university spokesperson when they say that the values of respect and diversity and equality are actually crucial in shaping a safe space for all students. But the reality is that the tensions at UP are not new. In the recent months, we've seen protests, we've seen racial slogans placed on university walls, and we've actually seen conflict in student politics. And AfriForum, right, a prominent right-wing organization, has been very vocal about its displeasure with the university's handling of these tensions. But let's be real. Can we really pretend that this is all just about a song? Or is it more about something deeper, something that goes way beyond the walls of the University of Pretoria? Because honestly, I don't condone violence, right? I don't condone hate speech, but I also don't believe in ignoring the very frustration that exists within our communities. The challenge before us is to find a way to have these difficult conversations, to allow for the expression of pain and anger, while also upholding the values that make us a democracy, right? And I think that we need to ask ourselves that how can we actually move forward together when so many are still so far apart? Now, I believe that this investigation could be an opportunity for the University of Pretoria to show leadership, to stand firm in its commitment to fostering an inclusive environment, but also acknowledge the complexities of our shared history and the ongoing struggles for our justice. South Africa's journey toward healing will not be easy, but it is one that we must do together. What is your opinion on this? Please give us your opinion. Let's keep engaging in the comment section. We really want to hear from you. And while you're at it, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till we meet again, it is goodbye for now.